you have to get rid of that 4, the number that's in front of the log second. So there it is. Step 1, plug in the 8. Step 2, divide the 4 out so that you're just left with the log. Once you have that, now you have to change from log form to exponential. Notice here I put in that 10 because when it just has log, the base should be a 10. And then finally, let's see what happens next down here. We did go to exponential form, and here's the beauty of this one. And again, you should already have this written, so you're not writing this brand new. The beauty of this one is once you have the numbers on the same side, all you're doing is plugging those in with your calculator. As a matter of fact, let me pause and let you just plug that in one last time with the.
Oh.
All right, here we go. On this section, the big deal is if the green base and the product match, that is the 2 and 2, you just know that whole thing cancels out. It equals a 1. You don't need it so much with the 2 and 2. You don't need it so much with the 4 and 4. Where do you need it? You need it with the base 10, 10 and 10. But of course, just a reminder, they won't ever write that green 10. You have to know if you see log, now take your hand. You need to know if you see log 10, this whole thing equals 1. Why does it equal 1? Because the question that you're being asked here is, what power do I need to raise 10 to so it will equal a 10?
Oh,
it's
1.
Only, yeah, it's only 1. What power do I need to raise a 4 to, and so on? Here comes the one you actually need, the guy at the bottom. In standard 1, the next problem we're going to look at, when you see that E, you can get rid of it. You need to put a log base E, because as long as these two match, then the whole thing cancels and collapses.
Make it work.
All right, so here it comes. A reminder of this big, ugly problem. There are a million steps, a million places for you to miss it. Here we go. They'll give you the problem and say solve for t. Once they do that, step 1, get rid of what? What's the first thing we get rid of in this problem? It's on your paper. You can use your paper and just say.
Oh, the 7.
Oh. The 750 has to be, got to get rid of that because the only way you can start using logs is if there's only one base and a single power. So we divided that there, and voila. Here's what you have next. Take a look at it, see if anything's messing with you. Now we need to get this t down. How do you get a t down? If it's floating up in the air like a balloon, yeah, you tie a log to it. In this case, because there's an e there, the log that we're going to tie to it will have a base e. Take a look at that.
Tutoring.
There are no.
Take a look at that.
No, tutoring on Friday. I know why.
It's rock time. There aren't cups. I'm like really thirsty. I'm going to hydrate.
I'll check on that side.
Are you going tonight?
Yeah, you can look anywhere.
I don't
I'm just staying here. Okay.
All right, take a look, take a look, take a look. You will get one that looks like this. So again, when you get that, notice this whole thing here. This whole thing here just collapses. And when it does, you're left with just this 0.57 on this side. And on that side, because your calculators don't have a log base E, ln, you got to know this part. If you don't know this part, you won't even know what to punch in to get the answer. Log base E on your calculator is written as the natural log. That's what we call it. Using the letters L and N. Why did they reverse it? Why not NL so it can go natural log? I don't know why they decided to switch it. Nonetheless, that's what that LN stands for. The most important part for you, though, is once you do this, know that it all cancels out, leaving just what's up there. On this side, hit LN10. Do me a favor, hit LN10 right now, just so you know where it is, you're reminded where it is. We'll pop up that answer on the board. Let's see what that will do. If you didn't punch it in, punch it in. Let's bring that down. There's that 2.3. From there, the last step, you're back to regular algebra. If I'm multiplying a number times a letter, what do I need to do to get rid of that? What do I need to do to get rid of it? I just divide it on both sides.
So the 0.57 or whatever, it stays with the whole problem?
It's stuck on an exponent until the very end. This one again, they're going to do a big word problem. and in the end they're going to offer you the equation, which is why I expect people to get standard 3, standard 1. What do? The only part you have to figure out is, what am I going to put in place of the p of x? Well, again, they're going to offer you, they're like going to just say it to you. And when they just say it to you, as long as you have a graphing calculator, you put it in place. Now, on the board, I did this short version, which is if an exponent is in the air, you draw, circle and draw down, and you put on your logs. But for anyone who may have forgotten, let me just jot down the extended version, which again, for some people, their minds are logical, where shortcuts, okay, I forget how to do them, but if you just show me what the steps are every time, then I'll do that. So here comes a quick extended version, 1024.
Wait, where's this?
It's all coming back.
Equals to the x.
Okay.
To get the log down, or to get, let me move this over a little bit. 2 to the x. I'm going to rewrite this so that if someone is looking at the steps, it doesn't get all mixed in.
I always do it. I do it.
1024. Step 1, to get a x down, you write log twice. What you do to one side, you must do to the other. This is longer. At this point, what you get on the next line is the x comes down. You're left with the log 2 and the log 1024. And then to get it, you divide the green guys, and you got it. All right, log 1024 over log 2. Take a look at it, see if you want to ask a question.
Okay, hold on. Now I see. Okay.
So take a look at that. Where did all this stuff in the box go? Well, again, if you have a product which is 10, and you write log with the same base, as long as those bases match up, it makes the whole thing disappear, and voila. This side is good. What did you do on this side? Everybody on the calculator, do me a favor, hit log 1000, please, to know where this 3 came from. Just hit log 1000. Mm-hmm.
But then you do times 10.
Right, ultimately, that'll be that last move.
Sorry.
Alright, so log 1000.
Hit log 1000. These blue 10s in the calculator, they'll never write base 10, because it's automatically base 10. The only other ones you have to make up. All right, there's the final answer. Let's see if I can bring up the final answer. Have you look at the final move and see. So what happened from here? To cancel the 10, we have to multiply 10 on both sides. How do I get rid of this 10? Multiply 10 on both sides. And there's the final answer. Please look at that for just a moment. I have to move.
Just trust me.
Step 1, write down the equation for this type of problem. Y equals AX. B.
No.
It's a single page, unless it's in there. But there's one back there.
It's ABX.
Y equals ABX, and where the X is to the power. We may have talked about these before, but it goes like this. You have to build the equation. Now this part you'll need to even have a chance on standard 2. Write down standard 2 if you didn't already. Without what I'm going to say to you, you won't even have a chance. So try and focus, because I got to give you a test in 5 minutes. Step 1, you have to choose an A and a B. In each of these situations, the B is usually the easiest, because the B is generally the one that has a percent. It says there's a growth of some sort, the growth rate. That's going to be the B. Circle the 3.2 and put the letter B next to it. Usually they're going to say something about where they start. In order to know what A will be, let's say if you're guessing, wherever the number starts, it starts at 5, it starts at 10, so I can give you this part. After we get through this part, then you can kind of keep doing what you're doing. But for now, hold. When you put in the pieces, it goes like this. What am I putting for the A, someone? 5. What am I putting for the B? 3.2. 3.2 is a trick question. It's a trick question. So it's going to be just 1 point. So here we go. Do this, and then get your eraser ready. just so at least you can start, put that 3.2 inside. We're going to fix it. But I just want you to see the simplified version. So that way if you miss this one, I can say, oh, you only missed one thing. Let's fix that one thing. How do we fix this one thing? Step 1. The 3.2 first has to be changed into a decimal. How do we do that? We cross out and move it 2 places to the left. 1, 2. Giving us a 0.032. In these problems, where they say there's a growth, this is what Anna was saying. Before we put it in that parenthesis, we have to add 1 to it. So 1 plus the 0.032. This is why standard 2 is the toughest one, because it has so many little pieces. Once you have the 1 plus, here's what we'll actually want inside the parenthesis that I asked you to write the 3.2 and then to erase it. You will wind up with 1.3.2, 1.32 rather. Take a look at this number in here and see if you can tell where it came from.
I can tell, Thomas.
Okay, we got one.
I'm proud.
Oh.
All right, so here we go. This is the toughest part. If you get what we've done so far, you've done the hardest part. All right, step 2 and 3. Step 2, they want you to graph it. Anybody know what the y-intercept is in this problem?
0.5.
0.5 is correct. For those who don't know, mark this, please. The number that's out front, the A, is always the y-intercept. The A, I'll repeat it again, is always the y-intercept. And when they write it, they'll write it as an ordered pair. They won't just write the 5.
Oh, nice.
You just got 2 points.
Woo!
If you're able to do that, and you need 4, you got 2. How do we graph this? It's an airplane taking off when it says exponential growth. The only part you have to remember is that airplane has to pass through a certain point. It is that y-intercept. Because this one actually has a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because this one. So you put in your y-intercept. This is why standard 2. It's a long one. It's a tough one. Some of you though might still be able to get it. You can choose your A and your B with the 1 on it. You can choose the y-intercept. You got 2 points. You can draw your picture. Anyone can draw this airplane taking off.
Instead of just like a line, can I actually draw an airplane at the end?
You can draw an airplane at the end.
Oh my god, that's
not correct. You can just do any like.
As long as it goes through that y-intercept.
You don't even calculate. I know.
Last part, the hardest part. I'm going to say it, and we'll see what happens.
I'm just saying.
All right.
For plane, this is for E. coli bacteria. Draw that.
All right. Here comes the last part. Let's see if you can handle it. This is the tough part.
Okay? I got it.
All right. On this part, I need everyone to pay attention so that you even have a chance. So on this part, back row, front row. On this one, step 1, they're going to ask you for the end behavior. How do you write the end behavior? You're going to start by drawing arrows. Here's what you do. Step 1, choose the halfway mark on the picture and put a dot there. This is about half and half. Step 2, draw 2, if you had green arrows, draw 2 green arrows, one going to the right of the picture and one going to the left. This is me trying to make it as simple as I can. Step 1, chop the picture in half. You put a dot there. Step 2, green arrows going opposite directions. Step 3 is where some people will get tricked. The right side, is the picture going up or is the picture going down? Well, obviously, this one is going up. No big deal. 3 out of 4 are usually easy. Here comes the trickiest part. On this side over here, is the picture going up or is it going down?
It stays. It doesn't go below 0.
Right. So it is going down, and she is right because it doesn't cross this line, this asymptote. You know this is the side where it's going to stop at 0.
Can you show the rest of the end behavior?
Yeah, about to write that down. Is anyone confused about how to draw your arrows, though?
No, sir.
Dot half, left, right. Check the picture. Hopefully it's going up. Hopefully it's going down. Say again. It will always be 4 arrows, yes. 2 greens in the middle, and blues are both pointing up, down, or flip. The last part is how do you write these arrows so that you actually get the answer? Here's what I say to you. Do the right arrows first, and then do the left arrows second. What does he mean by that? The first arrow says, let's see if I can just focus on it. The right arrow says this. As x goes to the right, goes towards infinity, the picture just goes up and up forever. It goes towards infinity. That part shouldn't be too bad. Second one, as x goes to the left, we call that negative infinity. The y tries to go below that line, but as Anna said, it can't get below this line, and this line happens to be 0.